Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mum and Dad Show. My name's Isaac Butterfield. My wife, Claire Butterfield. Hello, dear.
Hello, everyone. Hello, darling.
Hello, we're Mum and Dad.
Yes.
And you are the children. G'day.
We've missed you, kids. How are you?
How are you? Hope you've done your homework. What a week it's been for us. We've been very cancelled. Well, I have. Dixon threw herself into the mix too and got a lot of lovely hate as well.
Happy to help.
Yeah, it was a bit hectic. I won't talk about it too much.
No, this is a happy program.
Yeah, we're a happy program. We don't want to dwell on it too much. But
No.
for those of you who know what happened, there was some jokes that was told, part of a show. People didn't like them. And rightfully so. If you cop that, that video straight up, you think, oh, this bloke's a racist piece of shit. But
It's almost like they don't know that you're a comedian and that it was an hour-long comedy show in front of thousands of people.
Yeah, and you talk about so many different types of people in the show and different topics, and you hit everyone with jokes about them and other people, and it's a bit annoying that they pick one thing to crack down on, but that's what cancel culture does. They go in.
It's a beautiful thing.
People say that cancel culture isn't real, but what it is people just it's this culture of going after someone and saying this is the thing, though, right? People were saying to me, cancel culture isn't real. You're not actually cancelled after I made a video about it. But then at the same time, there's a trending hashtag cancel Isaac Butterfield. So it's like, okay, what is it? Is it one or the other?
What does cancel mean? I was thinking about this today when I went into Coles, and I was like, being cancelled. I'm thinking about it. What changes? I mean, you get some blue hairs, message you and want you to die. But, we're still living our life, having a good day, getting our groceries, training, doing stuff.
People want, they want no advertisers to work with us. People were in the comment section were like, I've got all these venues that he's doing shows at. I don't have any shows booked, so I don't know what. I don't know what's going on there.
We're having a baby. There are no shows at the moment.
Don't ban me from the hospital, please.
Please.
And those type of things. So they're trying to cancel my income and all that type of stuff. They want to get the TikTok page deleted and the Instagram. And I get it. I get you're angry, man. But there is no...
It's misdirected anger. That's how I feel about the entire situation. I feel like that the anger that these people feel, these people being people on Instagram...
Yeah. Don't at me.
Don't at me. I feel like it's directed at the wrong people, i.e. you and myself.
Why go at a comedian about these issues when there are real issues they're facing Indigenous people in this country?
That's what upsets me about it.
There was this TikTok the other day of Dean Witters, who's a former rugby league player, and he had two Aboriginal kids from the Northern Territory. And they were talking about coming down here coming down into New South Wales. And
they were playing footy, weren't they?
Yeah, they were playing footy. They were out in the bush somewhere, and they were just these young kids, like they don't have anything up there. They don't have anything, and they're in remote communities, and like that's where the anger should be. It should be at the government. It shouldn't be at this comedian who's doing.
What do they think we can do about it?
Well, but their argument would be, well, you're making it worse. And I would say no. I don't think I am making it worse. I think all I'm doing is just making people laugh, and what they're laughing at, they're not laughing at you as an Aboriginal person. They're laughing at how horrible the joke is.
Literally. What irks me is that the people that are having a go at us will sit through the entire hour of the show and they will laugh at jokes about white people, Asians, Indians, disabled people. We joke about autism a lot because we have it in our family, clearly. All these things, and they think, yeah, brother, that's funny, that's fine. But when you talk about that one thing that I'm not even going to really bring up because I'll go on a big rant myself, but when you talk about that one specific group of people, you just can't.
Yeah. And
that's the problem with Australia.
And that's the
We're
thing.
We're soft.
Oh, it's just strange.
You can't joke about anything. If it affects one person, all their fucking friends, they just gang up, and the death threats it's just bullying.
It's crazy the amount of death threats.
Oh, the stuff we've received. Stuff
Jesus.
You've gotten is just I'm almost glad it happened to us because...
Yeah, not someone who can't deal with it.
Yeah, I think certain people that would receive what we have received over the last few days that weren't in a good headspace, didn't have a family, didn't have friends, each other, the people would kill themselves over this shit.
Yeah, probably.
And there's like the stuff that you've gone through and people have said to you without knowing a damn thing about you, without even knowing the context of what you're talking about or having seen your shows, listened to your podcast. My favorite thing when it first happened was I was like, if they want to know how you are politically, check out his podcast.
Yeah.
That's more how your
I
actual
really am.
That's very you. You on stage. It's you. It's your humor.
But it's a character.
It's not
comedian,
you walking down the street. It's not you at home with your mates. It's nothing like that. And that's what irks me, that people think that you say one joke, oh, well, you're fucked then. You need to go kill yourself, and you and your wife are cunts. And
It's funny to sit back and go, okay.
You're a scapegoat, really, for actual racists.
Well, this is where everyone's putting their anger.
Yeah.
They're putting their anger.
It's misdirected. I understand why people are angry, but it should not be at you as a comedian. It just shouldn't be. I know people are going to be angry at that. Suck a dick if you are.
But this anger at comedy and people saying it's not funny. Okay, I understand you don't find it funny, but I toured that show everywhere.
Don't watch it then, Sharon. Don't watch it.
But I toured that show everywhere and people laughed at that bit every single time.
I sold the shirts afterwards and everyone loved it, including Aboriginal people.
That's the crazy thing is so many people who happen to be Aboriginal people.
Yeah.
They messaged me throughout this whole thing and just like, man, I thought it was hilarious.
They like to be included in the jokes.
And some people hit me with, that's another thing. I get this from not so much like Aboriginal people or different races, but from like
a
autistic
lot of autistic
people.
people. Heaps, yes.
I have met, I'd say, at least 24 autistic people over the last the last year doing this show who were genuinely stoked to hear autism jokes in the show.
They can relate and feel involved.
They don't have to feel like they're hiding in the crowd.
Yeah.
And like,
they're weird.
I spoke to this kid yesterday who had a speech impediment, and he told me that he was really, really awkward and it felt quite scared to come up and talk to me. I was like, dude, we all have things that are wrong with us or things that we're a bit, that we feel that holds us back. And I talked about my epilepsy and stuff like that. And I was like, don't ever let that. And that's the same with like kids with autism and obviously it's a spectrum and whatnot. But they feel like they're at a comedy show, they're terrified of being singled out by not being spoken about. Like they're not even mentioned in the show because it's such taboo that you can't talk about it. And
I think that's more insulting.
I think it is too.
I hate that shit. Yeah.
Like I know that a lot of people who were mad at me through this were very much they're activists, right? And they had a very big couple of weeks talking about change the date and talking about the voice vote that's coming up. And I'm with you on that one. Like,
Isn't that funny?
I agree with you.
It's yeah.
But anyway, they were the most angry and the most vocal.
They also jumped to violence straight away, I'd like to say.
A lot of these activists jumped straight to violence. There was this one guy his Twitter name was Comrade something, and he was like, oh, if I had seen this with my friends, we would have killed him with hammers.
Yep.
I was like, oh, Jesus, mate.
Yep.
Like, and another thing is like, you said a lot of people who we know, and I'm not going to go out and fucking call them out, but
fuck them. They're not worth being mentioned.
They even unfollowed me.
Ooh.
And I saw that and I was like, oh, I wonder if this person unfollowed me. And I looked and I was like, oh my God. So it was fine for them when I made jokes about Jewish people, when I made jokes about Muslim people, when I've made jokes about
clapping.
all of those things, but it's not okay to do that. And I'm just like, mate, either it's all okay or nothing's okay.
Exactly.
And I don't wish any harm on anyone in this world.
None of us fucking do. No decent person does.
I don't look at people who are a different color to me or a different religion to me or anything like that any differently. I treat everybody with respect, but when I'm on stage, there is nothing that I will not talk about or 100%. Joke about. There is zero.
And that's why you're here. That's why this exists. That's why all this is going on, because people love it. Fans
there's zero
love
hate.
it.
And I was talking to a mate of mine who will remain nameless because he's a big time lawyer, and he said to me that one of the problems is a lot of the people who enjoy my type of humor about these type of subjects are genuinely racist people, and that's something that I thought about. And I was like, okay, what do you do?
Majority of them aren't.
The majority of them aren't. But what do you do about the one? I can't control what people are saying.
We can't change that.
Like there's this lady at the moment who keeps sharing and tagging me in the stories, and she's
the young girl.
Nah, she's some activist lady, and she's got like 40,000 followers, and she keeps sharing, oh, this person's attacking me, and he's going to your fans. I'm like, mate, fuck. What do you want me to do?
Attacking what?
Well, I think this guy or kid called it. It's probably a fucking 14-year-old.
I've been getting a lot of 14-year-old hate.
Oh yeah, haven't you?
Holy
what have they been calling you, a bogan?
I've been getting called bogan, ugly. Hope I have a miscarriage.
That's
gonna kill Rosie.
I'll fucking
just heaps.
I'll
cute
fight
shit.
to the death over Rose.
I'm dead inside though. It doesn't hurt me in the slightest.
Yeah. You were bullied at high school, so you.
I literally. I'm so glad I was, because literally it doesn't. The only thing that annoys me is people that we thought were cool, that we liked, we got on with, that have changed their opinion on us as a family based on a joke out of an hour show. I think that's wrong. I'm not going to dwell on it too much. I don't think it deserves the oxygen, but I think that was probably the weirdest part of this cancellation. I'm keen for the next one, though. I wonder what it'll be.
And there'll always be another one.
We'll have to drop a shirt.
That's the problem. There's always going to be another one, and people will move past this. And
see you haters then.
Oh, it's... I don't know. I don't know what people expect at this point. Because, and you know what? I think the whole, the thing with the humor side of things is, yes, I'm a comedian. Yes, I'm making jokes. But I also think the only way people like me get away with that is because this person genuinely isn't a bad person.
Yes.
If I was some angry guy.
If you're a politician, this would be fucked.
If Pauline Hanson read this shit out, okay, yeah. 100%. I understand why people would be absolutely filthy.
Yep.
If you're at a coffee shop and some dude says this shit to you, yeah, okay, you'd be filthy. But you know who I am. You know my values. You know I'm pro a lot of the Indigenous argument, a lot of the Indigenous or pro-Indigenous argument points that are currently before Parliament or currently involved in the social,
with all of it and talk about it.
Social change that a lot of people in the Indigenous community want. I'm absolutely behind a lot of that type of stuff. And yet, I tell a joke and I'm seen as a fucking Nazi. It's just... Yeah.
And I'm a Nazi wife, apparently.
Hello, Ava Braun. Now,
anyway, that's enough of that shit. We'll talk about something else.
I do have a bone to pick with you.
Oh, is this about the blender?
Yeah, mate.
Oh.
Now, the Buttsmarn.
I'm being cancelled now.
I'm ready to cancel you. The Buttsmarn was in the kitchen. No, I was in the studio on the bike.
Shredded.
Went to the gym.
Buttsmarn's back on keto for those of you playing at home.
Very exciting because I did a fucking DEXA scan the other day, and my body fat percentage. Gabe, let's bring you on this. What do you think my body fat percentage is?
Oh, I have no idea about body fat percentages. What's high? I don't know.
Have a Google. Let's jump on the old Google. Male body fat percentage, and let's look at some photos. Because I was expecting, because I was running off what it said on the our scales upstairs. So they reckon that for men aged, for people aged 20 to 39, women should aim for 21% to 32% of body fat, and men should have 8 to 19% body fat.
That's sexism
so if you're worried about it, I'm gonna say maybe you're like 30.
No.
Is that crazy? I don't know what big is.
Well, have a look. What does 30% body fat look like on a man?
Yeah, okay.
Because I was thinking 16 or 17 or 18% because that's what the scale upstairs said.
You're looking lean too. I was surprised at what the thing said as well.
I carry most of it on my
spot.
childbearing hips.
You do.
So you're at the upper end of the average then, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So I'm not 30%, by the way. But so that's about 30. Well, that's about 30%, they reckon. So obviously he's a guy. He's got a bit of a belly on him. See the one.
He still pretty fit, but
see the one next to it, with the three bodies.
That one?
Nah, up. That one. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yep. That's
see how we've got 14 to 15%, 20 to 22. So I was 24%.
In the mid-range between those two.
Yeah. So, but as I said, I'm.
I think the middle one looks the best, personally.
You like the bit of the dad bod?
Yeah, that's a perfect dad bod, isn't it? That's a great example of it.
But I mean, I know my issue is snacking.
Same.
like I'm a snacker
from way back
when. But yeah, so that's why I'm back on keto, because I want to get down to about 16, 17%. I think I'm pretty happy around that range.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was interesting to see 24% come up. It just goes to show that most of us have no idea what our body fat percentage is.
No,
and I'd have no idea.
Well, you don't use it. You'd probably be about 17, 18%.
Yeah,
you lean son of a bitch.
You're not.
I'm a small guy.
You're a small guy,
bastard.
But you're not overly muscular.
No,
he's huge.
You don't train, do you?
Are you shitting me?
Do you go to the gym?
Poor Gay.
I go for like 20 minutes a day. Well, 3 days a week. So I train for
good.
about an hour.
20 minutes a day?
Sorry, 20 minutes for 3 days. Yeah.
What do you do in 20 minutes?
I don't know, just like do like 4 exercises and fuck off.
Fucking hell. Why don't you stick around for a bit longer? You might.
I've got videos down it, mate.
That's right. He's going to keep doing
I've got
all
work
that
to do.
shit. I'm proud of you, darling.
But I must, yeah, I just feel like I'm better on keto. I lose more body fat on keto because at the moment, I'm training every day and doing cardio 3 days a week, and yet I'm still at 24%. So I must be.
I feel like everyone's body, even when you're training hard and eating well and doing all the right stuff, I'm a big believer in the weight that you keep going back to as long as you're being relatively healthy. I think that's just how your body's going to be. I know you can make it, like we can all make ourselves leaner. I just feel like if you can get to that happy medium where you don't want to go out to dinner and be like freak out about having a piece of cake with your friends, but you want to feel good in yourself and still be exercising. That's my thoughts on it.
My diet is a slippery slope though. Once I have a couple of snacks, then I go, I might have a couple more.
Keto works so well for you. I just meant for people listening, not as much as we think the keto diet's great, and I think it's great too.
Yeah.
I just think for some people that it's not for everybody.
No.
And we've had mates try it, and it is hard. Like, once you've done it and you're in the rhythm, I've seen you do it and you enjoy it and it's easy.
Well, I've done it for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm super
a lot of
used
people
to it.
get scared of it and they just can't commit to it. So you do have to commit to it.
And I'm also considering trying carnivore, which is another big
steak
step.
Smoothies.
Steak pussies.
Jesus Christ. Oh, imagine the farts on carnivore.
Well, a lot of people, I know when Rogan did it, he said he had a lot of diarrhea, but that was I'm not sure if I know when I've just eaten a lot of meat, you don't go to the toilet as much, and
speak for yourself.
So you have a bad reaction to. I don't know. I wonder if anyone else has this. Claire has this weird reaction to sometimes with red meat. Not all the time. When we have a good steak, it doesn't seem to hit you, but
if we eat it at home, I'm all right.
Other times it blows you out.
It does. I don't go well. I think I'm going to die.
Yeah, like a damn tsunami.
Yes.
Damn tsunami.
Yes.
Damn tsunami.
All right. A lot of things made me blow out though.
Yeah. So like my son at the moment. 30 weeks it'll be this week when this goes out. Shit.
She's getting big.
He's
getting big. We're all getting big.
We're all big.
My veins hurt.
So what I was going to say is keto works for me because I don't snack as much and I'm able to eat underneath my maintenance calories and lose
and it's
body
delicious.
fat. And I enjoy it. So that's how I'll go for probably until little man is born, I think, and then maybe I'll take some time off while we're running on the edge of empty. The blender.
Oh yeah.
I'm not forgetting about this. So I'm on the phone to my brother, who rings up about the cancellation, and I walk upstairs and the blender's going. We got one of those Ninja blenders, the flash ones, the real good ones, the $450 one.
I hate it.
The only reason I bought it was because I wouldn't spend $450 on a blender, but I bought it because I got we bought a new fridge and it came with a ding in it, and I rang them up and they said I can't remember what they said. They were like, "Oh, we can give you 20% of the purchase price back, or 10% of the purchase, whatever it was."
We should have gotten a Breville.
You want a Breville? Breville's are great.
Toaster maker.
I love Breville's.
Sandwich maker.
Mum used to make me Breville every day when I got my first job, and I'd take it to work.
What a woman!
Yeah, no, she's a beast. Mum used to make me these beautiful ham, cheese, and pineapple sandwiches at primary and high school. Probably primary school more so. But she'd individually wrap the pineapple and the ham because it used to make the bread all soggy.
That's so sweet.
And I was such an asshole. Some days I wouldn't eat it and I'd take it home and throw it out.
What a piece of shit. You should be cancelled for that.
I know. I know.
You know what I got?
What? Shit on
frozen cheese sandwiches out of the crisper.
What?
Mum would make them the night before. She'd freeze them all up. And then we'd get one out in the morning, defrost it on the counter, chuck it in a brown bag, and you're good to go.
So was it ever frozen when you got, don't look at me like that. Would you ever get to lunchtime and it was still froze?
Yeah, sometimes. That's just character building, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Work on your tooth strength.
Are you saying your mum gave you like a sandwich to assemble?
Yes.
Yeah.
A deconstructed ham,
you
cheese,
rich fuck.
No, making your own.
All right.
Subway at lunchtime.
All right, you heroes. If you dare at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning to make
my armpit hurts.
What happened to your armpit?
I think I've got an ingrown hair or a vein or something happening.
An ingrown vein?
I don't know. Don't worry.
An outgrown. Anyway, we'll take a look at it after the show.
Don't worry about it.
If you make a ham, cheese, and pineapple sandwich,
I've never had one,
mate.
Hawaiian.
It's fucking delicious.
I'm not doubting that. I've just never had the privilege.
After Bub's born and you're allowed to go back on deli moots.
Deli moots.
I'll hook you up.
All right.
So if you make one in the morning, everything will be super soggy because of the pineapple. So you've got to individually wrap that.
Can't you just have a peanut butter sandwich like the rest of the school?
Fuck that. There's so much. This is so much more delicious and nutritious. You got a nice protein
Fucking
source.
spoiled kids.
What are you talking? What? Just because your mum slapped a bit of cheese and threw it in the pantry?
She was working hard 9 to 5.
I know she was a busy woman, but I mean, come on, we've got to.
Having said that,
You got to hook the kids up.
I'm so excited to make our little man's lunches. I know I'm gonna be so over the top.
What are you going to make for little man's lunch?
Oh, I can't wait to get him on solids. I want to get a little bento box and fill it.
They're so cool, little
Yes.
kids' bento boxes.
And I'll get him some nuts and some chip. Well, not if he's at preschool. You can't do nuts. I get it.
Fuck that! I'll be
Cheese.
throwing like bombs of peanuts over the
The kids
preschool
with
fence.
peanut allergies.
Take them out.
The kids?
Yep.
Oh, God, cancel us now.
There should be a genocide of kids with peanut butter allergies. Take them out.
Brother has it.
See you, Lewis, you loser.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I do the little Babel cheese. Then I do a nice little sandwich for him. Probably not individual things.
You wouldn't do that for our son?
If he asked me, I would. I wouldn't just do it.
You wouldn't do that for your boy?
No, I mean, if he asked me, I would. Don't make me cry.
So you wouldn't do it? You don't
No,
love
I'd do it if you wanted me to. Shut up.
And here we have it. The reality of the situation.
I'd like to make him little things.
Yeah, bits and bobs.
Oh.
This blender.
The blender. So I'm upstairs on the phone and the blender's going, this ninja blender. It's loud. Right, it's going off. And it's going for a while. And I look at it and the liquid in it, which is probably like 3/4 of the way full, half full of liquid, isn't really moving. You're making a protein smoothie with a bit of ice. It's not really moving. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on with the blender? So I walk over to the blender.
Poor racist Dickie.
And the some pregnant woman forgot to put the blender part in the blender. So you just put the jug on there and vibrated it a bit.
I gave you a shaken smoothie.
I appreciate the shaken. It was stirred. It was slightly stirred.
I'm sorry.
So how do you feel having a big pregnant belly and pregnant brain at the moment?
Hot as.
Oh, you do look good.
No, I'm joking.
You do look good. So what are we going to do for our pregnancy shoot? Just get a blender or something?
Just go nude in the bush.
In the bush.
Just go nude in the bush.
We
have to do some funny ones.
I wasn't mad at your blending attempt. I've done that before. I just thought it was quite funny.
But when a woman does it.
Because you were blowing up at me on the phone at the same time, and I was like, Claire, fucking sort your blender shit out before you have a go at me.
I wonder if that's a thing. Do any other wives or girlfriends when it's a bad, I've caught myself doing it and I need to, I'm calling myself out on it because I do it all the time.
You're cancelling yourself.
I'm cancelling myself when Isaac's on the phone and it's not on speaker, but I can hear the other person because, I don't know, they're all just loud. Everyone we associate with us is loud. Anyway, and they're going off and then I'll have a bit to add to it. Only if it's valid.
My brother and I were talking about a family thing.
And I was
Claire
like,
could hear
"Ooh."
it. And she's going, right, no, do this, do that. And I'm like, Claire.
I do it all the time. I'm not even
I was like,
in the
breathe,
conversation.
sister, breathe.
But I'm like, oh no, if I don't say it now, they're going to miss out on this valid bit of information.
And Claire's yelling it out. I'm like, the other person can hear you.
That's why I was yelling it, so they could hear me.
All right. You just stick to your blender, big fella.
I know. I just wanted to help.
Talking about helping, you wanted to help Kizzy as well.
Yes, before we finish up today's potty, everybody, and if you're not interested in dogs, see ya.
Suck us off.
Suck us off. Kizzy is still waiting for a home. There's our beautiful girl at Dog Rescue Newcastle. She is available. She is still waiting, and she is beautiful. We have met this beautiful girl several times, made out with her several times, and she is just freaking beautiful, and it breaks my heart she still hasn't got a home. So please consider Kizzy if you're in Sydney or Newcastle, or share her if you can't have her. But yeah, I'm not letting it go. We've got to get this beautiful baby a home. Other than that, thanks for joining us. If we're not taken out with a shotgun, we'll be back next week.
Yeah, it's thanks for sticking around. I'm sure that you probably had a bit of judgment for some friends if you still like the old butts, but I swear I'm a good guy.
We're nice people.
And I bet that this will all happen again.
Oh, yeah,
with the next year's show.
The next one will be great.
It's every fucking year, isn't it?
I know.
Every show's
Haters
just been...
make you famous.
Ugh, God. I just don't know how to write comedy that's not... And people keep saying, oh, it's cheap comedy, you're a hack.
Is it, though?
Whatever.
I'd love to see him watching Jimmy Carr or Dave Chappelle.
Well,
or Bill
that's another thing we
Burr
said. When we went to America, we saw Chappelle... No, we didn't. We saw Rogan and his openers.
Tony Hinchcliffe is the tits. I fucking love him.
Hinchcliffe went off on stage.
He's so funny. If you fucking soft cunts in Australia think that he's offensive, wake up to yourself.
Well, that's what I thought. I was like...
Excuse my French.
When we saw those guys over in America in a packed stadium...
You were the softest, most politically correct comedian in America.
I left thinking, geez, I need to push the boundaries a bit more.
We literally did. We did. We got your notes out. We started writing new stuff, and they're up there saying all this stuff, and we're just like... God, you come back to Australia, and it's like...
And I think that comes from a lot of people only seeing stand-up on, like, Channel 10. Oh. You know what I mean? Or from these very safe comedians.
And they're all awful.
And that's the thing.
I've
seen a lot of these comics say to me that I'm a hack. But you guys...
suck.
You think that you're doing something amazing, and you're not. Like,
you're really not.
That's the honest truth of it. And you're trying to make so many political points, you forget about telling jokes.
It's fucking putrid.
So, I mean... You know, you can point fingers at me and say I'm a piece of shit and all that type of stuff, but...
Shout out to Lewis Spears for getting cancelled too, for being funny.
What did he get cancelled for?
Remember ages ago with the fucking Royals? People are after him too.
Oh, were they?
Stupid dogs.
Jesus.
Anyway.
Yeah, because someone told him... He made a joke when the Queen died or someone died.
Yes.
Yeah, Prince Philip. That's what it was. On the night of the event or something.
He got mad hate for that.
But that's what happens every time someone...
Anyone funny gets hated on. Anyone successful gets hated on.
Don't worry about it. She'll be right.
Fuck them all. Buy our bibs.
Yeah, grab a bib. Show us the bib.
This is so cute.
If you've got a friend who's having a baby at the moment, get me butt stinks bib, ladies and gentlemen.
So cute.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the support for Isaac too at the moment.
And I will say that.
We've had heaps of hate,
but much more support.
Yes, absolutely.
See you next time. Tout au revoir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, loves. Take care.
Noot, noot.
Noot, noot.